are rolling out to Road America. Let's go. We've been waiting for this trip for a while. We were over here 2 years ago in 2024 and had an absolute blast. We had 2 other couples with us this time and looking forward to a great weekend of racing. Today is a Friday. We're looking to just kind of bust our way over there and get there for a time. A little bit of the qualifying action this afternoon and just hang out at the track a little bit. And then we'll spend, I think, the bulk of Saturday and Sunday there watching the races and exploring the track. Super cool venue if you've never been there. It's about 900 acres and a track that's, I forget if it's 3 to 4 miles. It's a ways around there, and actually get the opportunity with the tickets we have to do a parade lap around the track. Or last time we did it, it turned into 3 parade laps and a bit of a free-for-all. We'll see if they've got that under control a little bit, but I think I actually hit 90 on the back stretch the last time we did that. Got a little crazy. But anyway, it's going to be a great weekend. Come on along for the ride. Well, we're not in the Driftless anymore, Toto. You see that by the long, straight, somewhat flat roads. Gets a little hilly over here towards Neilsville, which is the town we'll be approaching in 10 minutes or so. Rock in there, take the first quick break of the day, and then back on the road. Current plan, if we're not there too early, is to head to Wautoma and a place called KRB, Klinger's Real Barbecue, and it is good. At least in my mind. From the last time we were there, last time we went to the races, we kind of stumbled across this place. Thought the barbecue was amazing, so it's always interesting to go back to a place the second time and see if it's as good as you remember. Alright, here's the bikes. Made it to our first stop in Neilsville. Some of the friends taking a quick call, and then we'll be back on the road and off to Road America. Be a good time. Coming through an area of cranberry bogs. Quite a few miles of them here. You ever wondered where America's cranberries come from? A lot of them come from Wisconsin. Eventually they'll flood these fields to do the harvesting. Rolling into Nakusa. Just working our way across the state. Alright, crossing the Wisconsin River. Into Klinger's Real Barbecue. Good stuff.
Okay, so
alright, that looks like good stuff. So we're getting pulled pork and brisket, some baked beans, some coleslaw. What'd you get over here, Bill?
Mac and cheese with brisket.
That looks pretty.
That looks
pretty
good.
tasty, man. What about you, Amy? What do you have?
potato salad. Oh, I got the pulled pork with potato salad. The baby red potatoes.
Awesome.
With potatoes.
And you're starving to death over here yet. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and eat. All right, we conquered Klinger's Real Barbecue. It was as good as we remembered. Enjoyed that. From here, we're off to Road America. We got about an hour and 45 minutes to go, and we're going to go check in at the track and see what's happening. Some bagger qualifying this afternoon, and maybe wander around a little bit, and then enjoy a weekend there. So, away we go. Back on the bikes, working our way out of Wautoma. About 6 miles from the track now, coming up on the Kettle Moraine Scenic Drive. Kind of a little loop around the track to the north, and we'll be at the entrance gate before long. Been a good ride over. The weather has been perfect. Alright, made it to the main gate. Let me get checked in here. Have arrived. that thing.
Oh, hey, listen to that. It's even got sound.
Rip it, man, rip it. Ride it like you stole it.
I am stealing it. Can't even do it real life. That's fun.
Good job. One of the vintage ones, including a 1918 J Racer. Pretty cool. Is this your brother?
It's my brother.
What's his name? You don't remember your brother's name, dude?
We're going to call him Chalk.
Racetrack. Sasquatch, they're everywhere, man.
I know.
Usually they don't like to be on camera, but
Well, this one's famous.
yeah, so are you. It's your second time on YouTube today, you just didn't know it yet. Oh, that's a truck cab. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey,
out there on the grid for
the challenge race tomorrow. Also, there's certainly, you know,
It's going to be perfect tomorrow, 67 or something high, so it's going to be awesome.
Anything that Rocco
The baggers are ripping. We just need Harley to be competitive here.
They're going to be
Working on getting provisional pole in Q1. Running a little off the pace right now. I'm going to take a little ride around the service roads of the track here. Track. You can take the service road all the way around the track. There's camping all around. This is a super cool venue. The perimeter. There's one road down through the center that we didn't do here, but I think we're going to work our way out. Go get some friends checked in at a hotel, find somewhere for dinner. We got the next 2 days here to hang around and check it out. So catch you again tomorrow. Two-lap challenge in turn 5.
I think Kyle's got it.
Kyle went through ahead, but who knows? Hayden's right on his tail. We'll see if he passes him coming out of turn 14 up the straight. Alright, just waiting for the Superbikes to finish up their qualifying number 2. They're on their last lap, and we are hitting the track. Behind about 400 bikes, so it might be a minute. I got this under control. That is one big bunch of motorcycles there. This is the virtual drone, boys and girls. Alright, getting closer. They're starting to roll out here. Be good to go in a minute. Onto the track we go. Alright, we are starting to roll. This is fun. I gotta say, this is fun. Did this 2 years ago. Much more sane back here and loving every second of it.
Mrs. Rolling Driftless in just a moment as we head up the hill towards the Corvette Bridge. Let's keep an eye out for her on the right-hand side. Traffic jam down in turn 8. The pace has slowed considerably now. It's turned into a little more of a parade. Nothing like 2 years ago. It was a free-for-all. Over to the left here is an area they call the beach, complete with sandlot volleyball. Pretty cool. There's a lot of wrecks in the races. They come down this backstretch pretty hot. The three amigos. Plus one. The finish line. I think we finished about 403rd. Something along those lines. I mean, a guy's got to have some fun. this a couple years ago, and people were slicing and dicing through there. And remember, there were a couple, seemed like teenagers, girl on the back of a bike, shorts, tank top, flip-flops, and they were riding the crap out of it. And I'm like, how stupid is that? Haven't seen anything that bad this time around. Look, a Sasquatch in the trees, and he's drinking Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Oh my
I
God.
love it.
All right, it's Saturday afternoon. We're down to the races of the Superbikes and then the baggers. Sitting here on Canada Corner. I've never actually watched the race from here before, but actually looks like a great vantage point, and looking forward to it. Bring on the bikes. What are you thinking?
I'm excited to see him come from this side.
Yeah.
Should be good.
Pretty cool. All right, let's go racing. All right, here they come down the back strip.
You moved on that one.
We beat the crowds here this morning. Walking through the Harley fan area. Got some vendors. Got some cool bikes. The RMCR Racer concept bike. Be interesting to see if that turns into a thing down the road, but kind of thinking it will. A lot of people checking it out. We are going to go find some breakfast, and then maybe we'll head up by the paddock area and kind of check things out. Working our way up towards the paddock. Flying the virtual drone here. Why not? Gotta have some fun. Still early in the day, a lot of warm-ups going on this morning. You hear the super sports running on the track over to the side. Real races this afternoon. No more qualifying this morning, so people get to the track a little later on Sunday, I think. But there's a ton of people here yesterday. Good times. Say hi!
MotoAmerica!
Woohoo!
Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin.
Superbikes getting ready to go run for warm up. There's Kyle Wyman's race bike. Number 33, carrying the number 1 plate this year. Looking good. Won the challenge race yesterday, second in race number 1. See how we do in race number 2 today. This is James Rispoli's bike here. Sounding pretty good. Getting ready to hit the track in a little bit for a warm-up. Kyle for the
going through warm-up laps. So this is a salute to cycles that we did yesterday. Pretty awesome. There were 578 bikes on this yesterday, reportedly. So I don't know how many today, but crazy amount of people looking for their chance to get out on the track at Road America. South down through the Kettle Moraine, get down to a bed and breakfast that has an old silo painted up like a Harley oil can, just for the heck of it. And along the way we're going to pick up some Butler segments through the Kettle Moraine. So far so good. Kind of nice and twisty down through here. Tree line. What's not to like? Traded off lead duties today. We're bringing up the sweep. All good, small group, really doesn't matter where you're at in the group. Kind of fun to be in the back and watch the other bikes roll ahead. This is beautiful down in here. We found some brand new chip seal, lots of loose pea gravel on it, and it's kind of dusty ahead, so we will stay back here and just tool along nice and carefully. I didn't have too much of that pea gravel, maybe a mile or two of it, and we got onto another road. We are on, I think it's called Scenic Drive now, living up to its name so far. Some old growth oaks in here. Working our way through the Kettle Moraine. Down on Triple G now. Kind of interesting down in here. It's just like pockets of stuff that's very pretty and old growth timber, and then you're back into farmland, and then you're into another pocket of this stuff. Alright, Hilltop Haven Bed and Breakfast is the name of this place. And I spy with my little eye an oil can. The peacock's all fanned out back there. Hey, buddy. Where the ladies? Where the ladies? Can you fan out for me? Peacocks around here, pretty cool.
Soft landing, you know. There's one hen up there. There's two sitting on the fence. One is a young male and there's a hen.
So I did look it up. I checked out how the Kettle Moraines were formed. It's kind of interesting. It was two different sheets of ice from the Laurentide Glacier 15 to 20,000 years ago. There was the Green Bay lobe and the Michigan lobe. And they came together and left a seam that formed these kettles or bowls or lakes, if you will, and the moraines, some of the knobs and ridges. So pretty cool. Similar to some of the driftless history where it wasn't touched by the last glaciers. This was sort of a seam between the glaciers. So yeah, pretty cool and fitting for the channel to stop here. As for this venue, cool place.
not just the Oil Can Silo, but they've got a wedding venue here, really nice that they just built, and host a bed and breakfast. So if you're in the area, check it out. Really friendly to Harleys. The owner spent a little bit of time and showed us all around. Very cool. And the peacocks, cool. They're fanning out for the ladies. All right, let's get on the road. Come on along for the ride. All right, Hilltop Haven was a cool stop. Just kind of crossing back over the moraine, or one of the moraines of Kettle Moraine, working our way towards home. About 225 miles to go. Kill a good part of the rest of the day getting there, and have a little lunch along the way. And show you the interesting bits. Actually just went by the National Visitor Center for the Horicon Marsh there. We'll see if up here we get some better views of it in a minute, but coming down off the hill is a massive marsh out in here. You know, what I can't tell here is just how much of this we're looking at and how far it extends beyond what you can see down to the south down here. They're pretty cool. A couple of swans out there that'll probably look like specks on the camera, but ride so far down through the Kettle Moraine today. Stopped at the hilltop, checked out the oil can, through the Horicon Marsh, just saw part of that. Would have been kind of cool to explore that area, but some miles to cover. And working our way home. Crossing the Wisconsin River. Highway 21. Working our way over to Highway 94, which we're not going to take. We're going to run a bunch of county roads that kind of parallel it all the way back up to Eau Claire. Been a good ride across here, can't complain. We've been running basically county roads since the little town of Princeton. And on some curves and some rolling hills, not too bad at all. And now we're close to Toma at this point. Start working our way up to the northwest a little bit. Crossing the Black River and Black River Falls now, kind of making our way north. Don't you just hate it when you get to one of the best sections of road you've been looking forward to, and there's a logging truck in front of you. It's a great set of curves in here to cruise. Not today. One of the things that we did on this trip is we've been evaluating a couple of seat cushions. Generally speaking, these two limiteds that we got, the seats are pretty good. That said, for a long haul, we wanted to see if we could improve them a little bit. On my last bike, I had a custom Bad Boys seat, and it made a world of difference from the stock seat that was on the bike. This time, the seats are decent on these bikes, and they're also heated seats. I kind of hated just to throw them off and go full custom and spend, I don't know, $1,200-$1,500 bucks by the time you get a really good heated custom seat and backrests and back pads and all that stuff to match. So we're kind of in the process of trying out some pads or some seat cushions. One of the ones we've been trying out is the butt buffer, as advertised and sold on the law-abiding biker store, among other places. And the other is the wild-ass seat cushion, which is an air cushion. So for most of this trip, I've been rocking the butt buffer. My wife's been trying out the wild-ass seat cushion. And then we've swapped up and kind of checked both of them out. So we're going to do a review of those two cushions. So stay tuned for that video coming in the next couple weeks or so. I've got a lot of content queued up right now, but we'll get that out and share our thoughts on butt buffer and the wild-ass seat cushion. Which one we thought was best, most comfortable, and we've got a range of criteria that we'll rate them on. So keep an eye out for that video. for today, we're going to close it out. Let's just call this a wrap on a wonderful weekend with some of our best friends and a great time over at Road America. And look forward to getting that video out to you. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.